Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ride with Lance. Today we have the all-new, brand-new Puckipuppy Beagle 2 Step Thru. And I am just going to get on the bike and start riding it. I'll talk about some of the specs while I ride. I'm not going to sit here and go through all the different specs. You can find that on the web page. But I will talk about stuff that I think is important. So let's just get this ride on the trail. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Turned on here. Love Step Throughs. So easy to get on. Okay. Let's go. Get up here on the bike path. So first of all, this is a cadence sensor bike. Yes, so all you out there who love cadence sensor or prefer cadence sensor over torque, that's what this is. Now, Puckipuppy is marketing this as a commuter bike, a fat tire commuter bike. 26-inch wheels, 4-inch fat tires. And the way they have it set up, yes, I would say it is more geared toward commuting. People are looking at me funny. I've got the 360 camera stuck out in the front. It's like bike jousting. But yes, it is marketed as a commuter bike, and it does come with a back rack. You know, I'll get off again a little later, and I'll give you a little closer up look of the bike. But it's also got places up here where you can put a front rack or a front basket if you want to. The color of the one I got is pearl blue. It's really nice. It's got little specks in it, so it kind of glitters and shines. So this does come with a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. Let's go this way. And front suspension. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is 130 millimeters. That's pretty good for a commuter type bike. Now, I never got to review the original Beagle, so I can't really compare to what the original Beagle had compared to this one. I am told that the original Beagle came with mechanical disc brakes, which in my opinion are just, they're junk. You just don't get the same feel as hydraulic brakes. This does come with Logan hydraulic disc brakes on 180 millimeter rotors. And it comes with a Shimano 7-speed thumb shifter. And that's attached to a tourney derailleur. It does come with a comfort seat, but it is a bit hard. I would definitely probably change this out to my favorite Blue Wind comfort seat. And I will probably change out the handlebars, because I am in the more of a leaned forward, hunched position. Not as bad as some bikes. But for me, for cruising, my preferred riding position is more with my hands about up here, where I'm more straight up. But this is not so bad. You gotta remember, I'm 6 feet tall. So if you're a bit shorter than that, you may not feel so leaned over, but it's definitely not a knock on the bike. It's just what I prefer personally. All right, we are gonna go down this trail a bit. And since this is gonna be a commuter bike, we're gonna go take it on the hill I've used before. for testing its hill climbing ability. But I'll probably just do it with throttle only, because if it makes it up with throttle only, then you know it's going to go a little faster when you're pedaling, even as a cadence sensor bike. Now, speaking of that, I think a lot of people will love this cadence sensor, because if you're getting this bike just to cruise around the neighborhood, maybe to work, and you don't want the extra exercise you get with a torque sensor, this will work good, because there is no abrupt takeoff like on some cadence sensors. Let's see. We'll put it in 5. PAS 5. Let's put it in gear 1. And let's test it real quick right here and just see if there's like an abrupt takeoff from when you start pedaling, not on the throttle. Nope. That's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Okay, we're coming up here. This is the hill. This is the hill I've tested other bikes on. We're gonna start here from a dead stop, and this is throttle only. And this hill gets steeper as it goes. I'll tell you when it does. So here we go. Now, this is not a time test. This is just a test to see if this 750 watt motor can get this 200-pound dude up this hill. Now, we did start off with a fully charged battery, and now we're up to 20 miles an hour. Now, this is a true Class 2 e-bike. Throttle will only take you to 20. Pedaling will get you up to 28. So if you're in California, you're good to go. Well, at least until they try and change laws again or something, you know what I mean? Okay, we're at the steeper part now, and you can hear the bike slowing down. We're at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 11 and a half. Yep, 11 miles an hour. Can't complain, can't complain. Now, I don't know, because I couldn't find it, how much Newton meters of torque this motor has. But it did fine taking me up that hill. Now, I am braking going down this hill because these are brand new brakes, so I'm also trying to bed them in, but also see how they brake. So, oh, yep, these are good. It'll lock that back up pretty easy. Very good feel, very good strength, especially in the front brake, because that's where you probably want it the most. Now, this bike is nimble too. I think it's got a slightly shorter wheelbase than your typical fat tire cruisers. Let's go down the dirt road here a little. Yeah, the front end feels pretty light, even though I'm hunched over putting a lot of weight on the front end. And I've got the tires pumped up to 20 psi. That's what I usually have it on fat tires. I really love this blue color to it. Yeah, because blue's my favorite color. But yeah, it's like a glossy with a flake in it, and overall it just looks really nice. Here, let's go over here and I'll give you a closer look at it. Let's find a picnic table, maybe in the shade this time. It's a little hot today. Let's go to this one right here. Now this one does have the thumb throttle on the right side, which kind of messes me up because most of the other bikes have a throttle on the left side, thumb throttle. It's been a while since I've gotten one that's actually got a twist throttle. But if I have a twist throttle, I prefer it on the right side. So there it is, the Puckipuppy Beagle 2 Step Thru in a nice blue that I like. Now up front here, you do have suspension, which I believe, I'll correct myself here, but I believe it's 130 millimeter suspension, which works really nice. I haven't had to make any adjustments to it yet because it's been nice and smooth. And you also have up here Logan disc brakes on a 180 millimeter rotors. Same in the back, right there. And here's where you can charge it, plug it in there, or you can take the battery out. Use the key, turn the key, snap that, and that battery pops right out. What else we got? We've got plastic fenders that I like. I like the look of metal fenders, but they're just noisy when you're riding in dirt trails or dirt roads. Back here, we have the tourney derailleur. And up here, you have the 8-speed Shimano thumb shifter. And there's your thumb throttle right here. Oop, forgot to turn the bike off. You do have a rear rack. And if I can reach and show you, you have a brake light. But I have to say, this is a really nice bike. If you're just looking for an e-bike that you don't want all the bells and whistles on, this is one to probably put on your short list because it really checks all the boxes. Hydraulic disc brakes, powerful. It's got a thumb throttle, which a lot of people like, cadence sensor, 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery, 750 watt motor. So if you're just looking for a bike that you just want to ride around your neighborhood, you don't plan on trail riding, off-road riding, it's just something to get to the store, get to your friend's house, maybe ride to work, but something you don't have to put a lot of pedaling effort into it too because it's got the cadence sensor, then go ahead, check her out. I'll put a link into it so you can just link right directly to this bike on the website. There's also going to be a discount code. I think it's $50 off, but hey, this is a $12.99 bike plus $50 off. Something is better than nothing, right? But anyways, you might want to check it out if you're considering this type of bike as a commuter bike, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. But let's continue on with the ride. I do think this is a great, I'm going to say it, basic e-bike. And if you're just looking for a basic e-bike, something that will just help you move down the street without a lot of fancy, technology, full suspension, torque sensor, cadence sensor combination. If you're just looking for something that just says, hey, I want an e-bike, I want to be able to pedal some, but I want the bike to do most of the work. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to look nice. I want to have strong brakes. Like I said back there at the break, then put this on your short list if you're looking at that type of bike. Because even though I've only ridden this, how many miles have I ridden it? Probably not very many miles. No, like I said, I will be putting the handlebars that I like that have a rise on it. Because if you notice, this has a little extension that comes out this way, makes the handlebars more forward. I'm going to be putting on, that's right there. It's right there, and the bars come up. So that's just going to get me into a really nice riding position where my hand will actually be probably about this high and out a little. That works great for me. And when I do that, I'll be sitting up more straight, so it might make the seat feel a little different. But I would still go ahead and change it for me. And I might even consider a suspension seat post. But that's, you know, that's more of a personal decision for everybody. So I'm not going to say it needs it, because it definitely doesn't need it. But for me, I like smoother rides. Now this is just the first video on this bike. I'll do a few more. Do another one. Next one I'll do it where I put my favorite bars on. Then you can see what it looks like. I'm actually going to do that as soon as I get back after this video back to the garage to get it ready for the next video. All right, as you can see, I've gone from this setup of handlebars to this. Much nicer, much nicer. And I actually took the throttle. It was on this side originally. I put it on this side. Plenty of cable there just to make the switch. Feel better with it off my left thumb. There you have it. But you're gonna have to wait to the next video to see how it actually performs. But I do like the fact that it comes with that rear rack. I'm not sure what the weight capacity is, and I believe it's 60 pounds. But this bike has an overall payload capacity of 400 pounds. I believe it's 400 pounds. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Right? But a 400 pound capacity. Now I don't think I'll do any real trail riding like I do on the off-road bikes. Just because this is supposed to be a commuter bike. But I really do. These Logan brakes are really, really nice. I really like them. I need to turn around here. So what else we got on this bike? We do have a headlight. Electronic horn. Makes you sound like a motorcycle cop that's trying to pull you over. But not loud like some of them. It shouldn't scare people if you come up behind them. Unless you're really, you know, just a couple feet away and you honk that horn. That might startle them. But it's not loud to startle them. I mean, here it is again. And it does have a color display. The typical Puckipuppy color display. But anyways, we got the bike pointed towards home now. Like I said, if you want to see more about this bike or read more information about this bike, I'll have a link in the description. They'll take you right to their website where you can look at all over the specs. And there's a discount code there that you can use. And that discount code is actually good for any of their bikes. Not just this one. But anyways, you have a great day, great ride, great week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.